Alright, so I am at another local comic book shop, and I'm going to be speaking with another local comic book enthusiast. Today, what are you going to talk to us today about?
Hello. Today, talking about, for one, toys. If you've seen the movie 9, if you haven't seen the movie 9, it's out on DVD and you've got to see it. The story is kind of, I don't know, the least of its problems, but the look of it is beautiful, and we have these action figures that are based on the character 9, who's kind of the main character, and character 1, who's kind of the, not really the antagonist, but he's the old-style conservative that doesn't want anything to change, and 9 comes along to shake them all up. Beautiful-looking stuff, and everyone thinks that it's Tim Burton, but it's not. I was hoping they would do all of these, all 9, but they've only done 1 and 9.
Oh.
So we've got 7 to go.
Cool.
Those are really cool. This is cool. You may have heard of this. You may have walked past it. Stop walking past it and buy it and read it, because it's called I Shall Destroy All the Civilized Planets by Fletcher Hanks. But it was, this whole thing was found and put together by Paul Karasik. And in fact, the only clue as to what this is all about is Karasik's epilogue, his afterword, in which he he illustrates and advertises himself going to find Hank's son, to find out, you know, what this guy was really all about, because he obviously did some really weird Silver Age, kind of cross between Flash Gordon and Superman type comics, which are just wonderfully surreal, crazy. They're ahead of their time in terms of just being kind of free-form, surreal nonsense. And then he finds that there are real-world connections, things from Fletcher Hanks' life that he actually worked in. And one of my favorite panels is where Karasik, let's see, he makes this connection about finding out things about his past, and that wonderful image of just all the floating or falling bodies. But anyway, it's really great, and all your friends will think you're really cool if you have this on your coffee table. If you don't have a coffee table, buy a coffee table. Your local comic shop should have one of those as well. Then we have this, which no self-respecting Star Wars fan should be without. You love Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, right? Everybody does. For those of you who are uncultured and haven't heard of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, you probably turned this off a while ago, but if you're still listening, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern were these characters that were in Hamlet. They were these supporting characters who were always showing up at the wrong place at the wrong time and ended up paying for it with their lives, and they didn't do anything at all. It's 2 characters named Tag and Bink that are swept up into all of the goings-on in the Star Wars universe from the very first movie, or 4th movie, depending on when you were born, or how cool you are, and they just show up in all the wrong places at the wrong time. They are the, they end up becoming, for instance, the 2 stormtroopers that Darth Vader presses into service to go after the Millennium Falcon, or the Aluminum Falcon, depending on how much Robot Chicken you've watched. And also, they go back and do a prequel one where it shows, or tries to explain why Anakin is such a dick in the terrible prequels. Really funny. Written by Kevin Rubio, illustrated by some guy that I can't read his name upside down. But you can. Oh wait, hang on. See. Okay. Wonderful stuff. You've got to buy it. Your local comic shop will have it. If they don't, come to this one.
Yes. And
you don't know where this is, but you just follow the scent of the Tag and or Bink.
And this is published by Dark Horse.
This is Dark Horse Publishing.
Awesome.
Fletcher Hanks' collection is published by the Comics of Fletcher Hanks. That was kind of a big shock, a big reveal there.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then
I think it was Fantagraphics did that one.
I would think so.
Fancy Pants. Fantagraphics.
Yeah, Fantagraphics books.
Yeah.
That's what FB. It doesn't stand for Fletcher Banks. These are pieces of plastic, so they're just made by evil enemies of the environment.
Awesome.
Or real toys.
Thank you, true believer.
I am not a true believer. I just work here. They just pay me. I'm leaving now, in fact.
Awesome.
But you can find someone else working next week at your local comic shop.
Awesome.
This is my chest. This has been my chest.
And you've been very awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.